Hello, now today I'm going to talk about vaginitis, the causes of vaginitis, the signs and symptoms of vaginitis, the treatment and prevention of vaginitis. So this is because I got a question from one of my viewers asking me, why is my vagina so itchy? You know, and it has an odorous discharge, and I feel pain during sexual intercourse. What is the cause? I thought it well that I should do this video about vaginitis. Now, stay tuned to get the information of this vaginitis. Now, when I talk about vaginitis, this is the inflammation of the vagina. It is caused by the yeast infections, bacterial infections, and some irritants. You know, this alters the normal pH of the vagina. The vagina is slightly acidic. It contains the normal bacteria and the yeasts, the lactobacillus that what we call produce the hydrogen peroxide and lactic acid, giving the normal pH of the vagina to be slightly acidic. But also, if there is an alteration of this normal pH of the vagina, one can have an infection, discharge, you know, pain during sexual intercourse, pain during what we call urination, and also what we call the vaginal itchiness. Now, what is the cause of this vaginitis? What causes this? One is what we call the yeast infection, vaginal yeast infections. This is the overgrowth of the yeast, what we call the yeast infection in the vagina. This may cause one to have itching on the vagina, pain during intercourse, what we call pain during what we call the urination, and all other sorts of signs and symptoms that can be accompanied because of this vaginal yeast infection. Now, the other thing is what we call the bacterial vaginosis, the overgrowth of what we call the bacteria in the vagina can cause one to have what we call the discharge that is very thick, very smell, and even itchiness on the vagina. This is because of the alteration of the normal pH of the vagina, and also what we call the misuse of antibiotics, even what we call the vaginal douching that alters the normal pH of the vagina. The other cause is what we call the sexually transmitted disease, whether bacterial, whether parasitic, and viral. We have the three commonest vaginitis, the chlamydia, gonorrhea, what we call the viral conditions such as the herpes. All this can cause what we call the vaginal discharge and vaginal itchiness. The other thing is what we call the atrophic vaginitis. This normally occurs in menopause due to low estrogen levels, hormonal changes, can also cause what we call the vaginitis. The other thing is the use of irritants. Some irritants might cause vagina to have an odorous smell, very pain during sexual intercourse, pain during urination, and all other sorts of signs and symptoms. So these are the main causes of vaginitis. Now, what is the treatment of this vaginitis? Now, therefore, you need to go to the hospital, for the doctor to do the genital examination and also send you for some of the investigations to rule out the diagnosis. One is the urinalysis. You might do pap smears and also some swabs, the vaginal swabs for what we call the culture and microscopy. Now, and other investigations such as imaging, the ultrasound, bariatric ultrasound, and other investigations to rule out the diagnosis so that you can get the right treatment, because the cause is different. You can be having bacterial vaginosis that needs antibiotics. You can be having what we call the yeast infections that needs the oral antifungals, what we call the antifungal suppositories, and what we call the creams for you to get rid of this vaginitis. You may be having what you call the sexually transmitted disease. So therefore, the treatment depends on the cause of this vaginitis. On prevention, one need to avoid vaginal dodging, use of condoms, and also what you call the avoid cleaning your vagina with this perfumed soap, or rather some of the irritants that can alter the normal pH of the vagina. The other thing that you need to do is to use of these prebiotics that contains the lactobacillus to maintain the normal vagina pH. So this is all about vaginitis and the causes of vaginitis. Therefore, this is the end of this episode. I welcome you once more to ask more questions. Remember to share this information, like, comment, so as to continue getting this what we call the health videos. Thank you very much. See you in the next episode. Thank you.